Hello everyone, just a short video here and a small update on the Freedom for Russia Legion in Belgorod and Kursk. This first video here shows a Russian position waving the white flag and surrendering shortly after an artillery barrage landed on their positions and with Freedom for Russia Legion troops approaching. You can also see early on an abandoned Russian army vehicle of some kind. I can't tell what, some sort of infantry fighting vehicle. Now, a few Russian shills online have tried to claim that this is from Kupiansk in Ukraine and is old, but you can't argue with geolocation, and this has been geolocated by a number of people online as being inside Russia. I'll get to that in a moment. Also interesting though, is the bad way that this small settlement is. Judging by the destruction, it seems that this village has either experienced a lot of shelling even before the Freedom for Russia Legion crossed the border, as some of the damage is old, or since Russian troops moved in, we've just let it go to complete ruin. I think the latter is actually very likely here. It appears to me that Russia took these buildings over a while ago to be some sort of defensive position near the border. You can also see in the video earthen mounds and the like, as well as a big pile of tyres, usually found on the top of Russian aircraft. At the end of the video, you see the Russians taking the advice of the Pope and waving the white flag in surrender. So let's have a look at where this is. First up, here's the identification done by AS22 on Twitter. You can see this small cluster of buildings has changed a fair bit. Some of the trees have been removed, I assume cut down for the wood to make the fortifications, and some of the buildings as well, either knocked down by Russians to use the materials or destroyed in past artillery strikes here. The map view. The rough position of a bunker where the troops wave the white flag is highlighted in red. Here's a screenshot, so you can see the Freedom for Russia Legion using an earthen mound as cover, the Russian position guarding the entrance to this small settlement, and then an abandoned vehicle to the rear. So the Freedom for Russia Legion advanced on this position in the direction shown on this map here. This is the road towards a settlement called Spodariushino, so it's not in the town itself, but is on the road leading towards it. This isn't all I have from this area. Russia also targeted a bridge near here with a fab bomb. No video of it, but here's the before, and here is the after, showing what looks like a hole in it. This 1975 video camera that Russia used doesn't show as much, but we also have a video from the ground here, showing some civilians from the nearby villages crossing over the bridge. The source said they've been told to evacuate the villagers near the border, so that is likely what we're seeing here. And as you can see, there's a big hole in the bridge, so the bridge is destroyed. This bridge was here, crossing the Vorskla River. This is near the border. You can see Spodariushino on the map up towards the north, and then directly to the right, Kozinka, which is what we're going to be looking at soon. So this is a clear attempt to disrupt Freedom for Russia Legion movements. Now, final update, no video or photo yet, but we have reports from Russian sources saying that Ukraine made a helicopter landing across the border in Kozinka. The report saying they dropped troops off by flying at an altitude too low for air defences to deal with. Deep State has shown Kozinka and nearby Glotovo as unknown status. They haven't updated Spodariushino yet, but I've added a red box to show the rough area of advance to that border position we looked at in the first video. So here are the border crossing points so far. So, mostly in Belgorod itself, with attacks on a number of border crossings and small settlements near the border. Only one in Kursk, which is quite far from the others. Now, I think that one, near Tyotkino, which we've looked at before, is a diversionary one, forcing Russia to split the forces defending this area in order to deal with it. You can see here, Tyotkino is a good place to defend. To the northwest is a river, difficult to cross, and just behind that is Ukraine, so it's safe from attack from the north and to the west. To the south and southeast is Ukraine, which again makes that a safe place to defend as it's Ukraine on that side. So there's just one major road leading into the settlement. So if a Freedom for Russia Legion has artillery and drone support, they can potentially dig in well here and hold it, possibly even advance further, such as to Popovo Lazache, and be very difficult to dislodge because there's only one route in and out of the village and one route for Russia to attack from, which will lead them into a sort of killing zone, if they have plenty of artillery support, of course. At the moment, we don't know how big the attacking forces are, but they seem quite sizable. We've seen videos showing that they have tank and heavy armour support, but we don't know how many tanks. A possible site to the Bradleys close to the border, I don't think within Russia itself, but possibly provided fire support from outside. And also the landing with Mi-8 helicopters, so it seems quite a sizable operation, much bigger in scale than those we saw last year. Now, that isn't all I have for you. We also have a statement which I've translated into English via an app, and I hope it's done a better job than the last time I tried translating something into English. This is from a group of Chechens who are also in Russia, fighting alongside the Freedom for Russia Legion, and it's worth a quick listen to. I'll play it now.
Следуя путям наших героев, как Шамиль Басаев, мы проводим спецоперации, диверсионные операции на территории Российской Федерации. И мы будем проводить их, пока они не освободят полностью наши земли, полностью территорию независимого государства Чеченской Республики Ичкерия. И пока они не освободят всех чеченцев незаконно удерживаемых российских. Сегодня это кремлевская шайка, они собираются провести выборы. И 30 лет назад вот эта шайка, она провела так называемые эти фейковые выборы и начала осуществлять свои мерзкие амбиции покорения чужих земель.
Ассаламу алейкум warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Всем братьям, всем кавказцам. Хотел бы добавить, сегодня мы зашли на территорию России, но скоро, иншаллах, с помощью Аллаха мы зайдем на Кавказ, иншаллах. И хотел бы попросить вас, как вы можете, кавказцы, идти на эти выборы? Даже кавказцы, мусульмане, да, это тоже праздник. Как вы можете голосовать за него? Те, которые он убивает нас уже 25 лет, всех кавказцев, нас. Как вы можете, какие-то чувства у вас имеются? Аллаху Акбар.
Поздравляем всех мусульман с священным месяцем Рамадан. Пусть Всевышний Аллах сделает этот месяц баракатным для нас, чтобы мы наконец-то прикончили этого дракона.
So that's it for this video. I hope you found it interesting. Now, before I finish, a quick mention about the fundraiser for Rebirth Energy to buy a buggy for Ukraine's armed forces. The donation info is in the description. Thanks so much, and take care, everybody.